Over recent years, Iran has made great play of its burgeoning domestic aerospace capabilities by revealing a number of new combat aircraft types to the world. For about the last decade or so, state media has heralded a steady stream of new fighters and other types which it claims demonstrate the Islamic Republic's ability to design, develop and manufacture the latest generation of combat aviation. However, while the Iranian aerospace sector has had undoubted success in reverse engineering Western technologies and the development of such platforms, most likely with Russian and Chinese assistance, the end results all too often appear to fall well short of the lofty claims made for them by the country's military and political leaders. When new platforms are promised, pale imitations of already fielded Western types are produced, and when an altogether new type is actually revealed, its design limitations are all too apparent. All of this leads to questions as to just how real this self-lauded Iranian expertise actually is, and whether it is more bluff and bluster than bona fide capability. Since 2009, Iran has rolled out 5 new fighter types in the Simorgh, the Azarakush, the Saig, the Saiga-2, and the Kahar F-313 stealth fighter. In spite of the initial regime hype of these being wholly indigenously developed platforms, with the exception of the F-313, these are all remodeled variants of the US-made Northrop F-5 Tiger II, which was supplied to the Imperial Iranian Air Force prior to the Islamic Revolution in 1979. The Shah of Iran was supplied with close to 200 single-seat F-5E and twin-seat F-5F fighters during the 1970s. US-supplied fighter types during this period comprised 79 Grumman F-14A Tomcats, 177 McDonnell Douglas F-4E, 32 F-4D and 16 RF-4E Phantom IIs, and 141 F-5E and 28 F-5F Tiger IIs. Aside from the large numbers in which they were bought by the Shah of Iran, the F-5 is a very capable yet relatively simple jet fighter. Hence, of all the types in the Iranian Air Force's current inventory, it is the F-5 that has been consistently singled out for remodelling and improvement. Following on from the Simorgh program, Iran revealed the Azarakush. Billed as Iran's first domestically manufactured combat jet, the Azarakush is again a modified variant of the F-5. However, while the Simorgh involved a straight conversion from a single-seat to a twin-seat configuration, the Azarakush was reported to include a number of unspecified Iranian-developed improvements, as well as Russian and perhaps even Chinese systems being incorporated. To the best of the West's knowledge, the Azarakush has not entered service and is believed to have been a risk reduction exercise for the follow-on Saig. First revealed in 2007, the Saig is essentially an F-5E that has been modified with a twin-tail configuration that is similar to that of the Boeing F-18 Hornet. Indeed, Iranian officials have previously said that the Saig's performance is comparable to the Hornet's, although such claims cannot be independently verified. While it is not known to what extent the aircraft's engines or avionics have been modified, IHS Janes understands that Russia has supplied many internal systems, and some Grumman F-14A Tomcat and MiG-29 Fulcrum components may have been adapted for the jet also. It is not clear how many of Iran's F-5Es will undergo the Saig conversion, but state media has previously reported that 24 such aircraft are planned. The first operational unit was stood up in 2010. In February 2015, Iran unveiled the second generation of the Saig, dubbed the Saiga-2. While the original Saig was based on the single-seat F-5E, the follow-on aircraft is modelled on the twin-seat F-5F operational trainer. On the surface, the twin-seat variant bears the same twin-tail modification as the Saig, although it is not possible to ascertain what, if any, internal improvements may have been made also. Iran is believed to have 17 F-5F aircraft remaining in its inventory, which may be suitable for conversion. According to state media, this twin-seat version will be used as a light fighter and ground attack platform. Aside from the F-5 type models that have been rolled out over recent years, Iran has revealed one type in the F-313 stealth fighter that it can truly claim to be a newly designed and developed domestic combat aircraft. First rolled out in early 2013, the F-313 was immediately met with almost universal derision from the international press, with design features that showed the aircraft to be fundamentally flawed. The mock-up that was shown on the 2nd of February 2013 displayed features that suggested no fly-by-wire control for the aircraft, poorly positioned air inlets, and an almost comically small cockpit, complete with a perspex canopy. In this regard, the F-313 is something of an anomaly in the pantheon of recently revealed Iranian fighter projects. While the Simurgh, the Azarakush, the Saigi-2 and the Saigi are all somewhat limited in their scope in that they are derivatives of an already fielded fighter type, they do appear at least to be fully functional combat aircraft, whereas the F-313's obviously flawed design attributes all point it to being showcased to a domestic audience for propaganda purposes rather than as a serious attempt at building a combat aircraft. While Iran's aerospace sector has had undoubted success in reverse engineering Western technology, its seeming preoccupation with scoring propaganda victories does much to overshadow and undermine the impressive efforts in sustaining a 40-year-old fighter force in the face of international sanctions with absolutely no OEM support whatsoever. Though some of its efforts, such as the F-313, fall well short of the mark, others, such as the Simurgh, the Saig and the Saigi-2, will no doubt prove to be altogether more successful. As such, it would seem that Iran's recent fighter pronouncements have been, and will continue to be, based on a combination of real-world capabilities spliced with a hefty dose of bluff for domestic and international consumption.